Okay, so now we are gonna watch this race in which we will talk about the basic rules on a race. Rule number one: think on the strategy before thinking on your tactics. Rule number two: do a longer tack first, and rule number three: avoid the ley lines. So I can see up here, you can see that I'm a little bit on a header, so I already think that the pin is favorite. And if I look at these lines here and at these win indicators over there, I think that the pin is a little bit higher. I can also see that it's a little bit higher here. So I see that there are some boats going on the pin, but I'm gonna take my time to go there. Just position myself in front of the fleet, and I put the spinnaker on to go really fast to the left. I could have gone a little bit earlier. Maybe that would have been better. Full speed before the start, and this is crucial because if I start good, then I'm gonna be able to cross when I tack. I start a little bit too late, but then I'm gonna see here, I see that I think I can tack, and I am on a header, so I know that this will be a longer tack, this will be a short tack, so I want to tack as soon as possible. So I said, fuck it, let's risk it, and I go now to tack. Now this guy, he see me tacking and he also wants to tack. So let's see if he cross. Yeah, perfect, he crossed. Good decision for this guy. And I'm gonna tell Joshua, that is a red boat over there, he's winning the race, that he should not go to the left. Look where the ley line is. He's gonna get stuck in the ley line. He's gonna get stuck here in the ley line. So he has to tack as soon as he can, even if that does mean that he's not gonna cross first. He's not first in the race. He thinks he's first in the race because he's crossing now, but we have all this long way to the right, so probably he will not be first on the race unless he can cross in front of us as soon as possible. So every time that he sailed to the left, he's going on a header. And now I can see that I start to see a bit of a gust over here. So now he should go on a fast mode. He needs to go right. He needs to try to get close to us. And don't tack. But then somebody tack here, and he also tack. So he's gonna go to the left now, very soon to a ley line. So now you see here, I always use this map to see a race because this is the best way you can see a race. And I see there's a lot more pressure here on the right. And here we have Joshua, and here we have this other boat, and I'm crossing already. Now, looking at this, I'm happy that I'm in control over most of the fleet and going to the side that is more favorite. I see the gust there, so I'm gonna sail fast towards the gust, and I know this guy will cross. So now the question will be, when he crosses, shall I duck him and tack afterwards, or shall I tack on his leeward? Let's see what I decide. So it's faster, so he tacks now. He's exactly in the gust, and I think, you know what? I may get a bigger lift, so I'm gonna tack on his leeward. So I just tack there. Now green continue, and I tack there. I'm on the limit of the gust, right on the limit of the gust. So the gust is here on the right, so I should have tacked maybe a little bit closer. Now he tacked, so I will definitely go again. And we see how the green boat went super ahead of us. He made a good decision in tacking later, and also not in the ley line. Now once again, I'm not gonna cross, I'm gonna tack inside. Okay, I know I'm not gonna beat him. I should have crossed behind him before, but now you can see how when I tack on the ley line, this ley line starts getting closer to me because I start getting a lift. See how this ley line moves? The ley line is moving because I'm starting getting a lift. So he is gonna be over the ley line, you see? And I'm saying now, look at Joshua, where he is now. Pink boat, this is Joshua. This one. So he's not in the ley line. That was a kind of a good decision. Maybe now he should go to the ley line now. At the end of the upwind, maybe it's a good idea to attack on the ley lines, but not at the beginning as he did. So I decided to tack here inside and wait for this guy to fall a bit behind. I may have a problem if he continue taking me to the left ley line, but he tacked first, so I was quite lucky over there. Now I need to do a really good maneuver here if I want to win the race. Too late, my tack, and I got penalized without contact. You know, this game, I'm not so happy with this penalization, but I got penalized because I didn't finish my tack apparently, and I need to finish my tack. So now downwind. I already decided to jive because I already see that there's more pressure over here. So I think I will jive. And this will be a good decision. If you look at it on this map, it's way more clear. Look at the gust here. Super strong gust, and there's nothing there. So probably I will get closer to them. Now I'm getting the gust. Look at how fast I'm going now. You will see it. Compare me to that boat. I'm going so much faster and lower. Fast, 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 fast in the gust. So great decision jiving before. The Laylines are also moving here. And since I'm in such a big lift, I should have jived a bit before, because what will happen now is that these 6 arrows of a header are gonna start getting less, and I'm gonna be over the ley line. You will see now. See how the ley line starts moving towards me, and the arrows these lines start being a bit less. So I should have jived before. Also, I'm giving him the chance of covering me, but I'm gonna have mark room. So that's a good thing of tacking here. So now I just play with my mark room. I just wait to jive. I'm not gonna jive really close to the mark, because if he crashes me, it's his fault. So I just make a really easy round, and in this easy round, you can see how he put his spinnaker before me. He's covered. He tacks there. He didn't pass the mark, and I really ruined his race just by making a mark rounding a little bit more wider. Look at him. I really ruined his race. He didn't pass the mark. So now we are in a big header, and now the next decision is, shall I continue sailing to the right on a header? Is this header gonna be persistent, or shall I tack? Now, since I see that they are coming behind me, I don't feel the pressure of tacking. If they would tack now, I would probably tack. But since they're coming behind me, okay, but I see that the ley line is quite close now, so I tack a bit before. I can see the upwind is gonna probably be on the right during this upwind. This is a longer tack, so we took a risk by going to the right first, because we went on a header first. This is a longer tack, and let's see what happened on the upwind. I go again to tack on top of them. Now I decide to tack here in front of them and not on the right. I'm not gonna leave them the inner side, never. I'm gonna always wanna try to be the boat on the inner side, on the longer tack. Speed up, so he tacked. Now he will tack again probably. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he tacks again. So I decide to cover a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. I should go right now, a bit too late. Too late, I should have gone before. Why do I say that I should have gone before? Because this is the longer tack, and I see over here that they start to point up really high up. See these boats? So I should have tacked right there instead of on the windward, because the wind will probably come down. Look how they came. This boat super over the ley line. The header is coming. It's shifty, yeah? Now I got a big lift, no header, so very shifty. Very good that I stay in the middle on such a shifty conditions. If I go to the sides, I will probably be over the ley line. If you look here on my back, look how all these boats are over the ley line. You see? Everyone over the ley line. So these are the boats that pass a lot of boats. This Joshua, I think that's you. Yeah? Look how far on the ley line they are. And now, same, I look up in the... Now I decide to continue because I see that the gust is here. So I'm not gonna jibe because here I see no wind, and I always look up on the camera so I can see the gust here. You see, and there's no wind on the left going down. So now I'm going fast to the gust. You see a gust over there? Big gust. So he jived, the third one, the second one jive, and here is where the wind is. They should not have jive. There was no reason for them to jive. So here the same, Joshua, you should have continued, I think, a bit more to a left. Okay, that's it. So remember, always these three concepts, okay? First, the strategy and then the tactic. Yeah? Joshua tacked because he could not cross one boat, and then he ended up stuck in the left. So his strategy was going to the right. He was going, or he should have had a strategy of going to the right. He was going on a lift, he was almost on the left ley line, and then because he could not cross one boat, he decides to tack and get stuck in the ley line. It's better to lose that boat in any case. I mean, let him go to the left and he will be first, fine, okay, but you're second. Yeah. And most of the time, he will not be first. There was no clue to show that he was going to be in front of you. So it's less risky when you can have more control over a fleet, when you can cross, when you can go in the longer tack, when you can go with a fleet if you're leading. And the second upwind, I made a mistake. I thought that the wind was going to shift more to the right because of the gust that I saw, but it wasn't. The upwind was very long, and what we saw in the map was what we had, not what we were going to have afterwards. So I should have passed the mark and tack as soon as I passed the mark in the second upwind, because finally this gust passed, and at the end the left was better than the right. So it's important that as soon as I pass the gate, I asked myself this question, which is a longer tack again, and then I should have tacked. I knew that the longer tack was the other one, and I continued because I saw that the other boats were also going to the right with me. So I made it okay. If I lose, I'm gonna still win because they're also losing with me. But I should have tacked and protected the fleet a little more in the center of the course. Okay.